Hello, everyone. It's time for the Geary, Stein, and Stevens Show, the show that covers everything from sports to politics to news to entertainment and everything in between. And now, your hosts, Troy Geary, Will Stein, and Dave Stevens. Hi, everybody. Dave Stevens coming to you live from Tropicana Field, home of the 10-0 Tampa Rays, and we're here live for a very special Geary, Stein, and Stevens. So as you look over while the Red Sox are getting ready, let me bring in Troy. And Troy, I'm sorry that I'm down in Tampa where the team is 10-0. The Twins not doing as good as you hoped for, but baseball's back. And are you enjoying the season so far?
Oh yeah, I covered the White Sox and Astros game the other day. Baseball is like I said, the Rays are hot, and I'm excited that you're down there seeing this hot start from them.
And it is really cool to be a part of this. And again, the Rays just took batting practice, and the Red Sox are going to jump in the cages, and we'll move our camera and try to get a little closer to see the action. But it has been so exciting to be a part of what's going on here in Tampa. I mean, the start that they've had, the 10-0 start, it's one of the best in the history of baseball. In fact, there's only 9 other teams that have started with a 10-0, at least starting with a 10-0 unbeaten streak. In fact, some of those that are listed, it's pretty impressive as far as that. 1982 Braves were 13-0. The A's started 11-0 and 66. Cleveland 10-0 and 62. The Pirates, the Dodgers. But the St. Louis Maroons back in 1884 started out 20-0. And I don't know if that counts in this day and age, Troy, as far as what those records mean is, from 1884 when I think walks counted as a hit in those days. But it's amazing to see fans coming to the ballpark here. We had 13,000, I think, here last night. But the coolest part was Kevin Cash, who's just been level-headed and mild-mannered through all of this, and he really has got these guys playing well. And I don't know how much you've seen, but the Rays really seem like they've got a good core of a team.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, 10-0. I mean, I don't care who you are. That's pretty dang good to start. And I mean, their bats are hot. I was looking at some of the stats earlier today, and it's just their numbers, over history of the people that start 10-0 have the best, earned runs, home runs, all that stuff. So people can say they haven't played anybody, but to be 10-0 in Major League Baseball, that's a feat no matter who you're playing.
Well, just being around in the ballpark, and it's a different atmosphere because, again, they aren't chasing the Yankees. They're not chasing the Red Sox. They're out in front. And I had a chance to talk to Kevin yesterday a little bit about that, what he's done with his team, and where he thinks they'll end up. Well, spending a little time with the Rays manager Kevin Cash, and Kevin, I think it's nicer to start the season with everybody looking at you in the rearview mirror, and you guys kind of just take control of what's going on.
I mean, yeah, it's early, but we got to be pleased with the way we've performed. Certainly, we have our task at hand with the Red Sox coming into town for 4. But look, the guys have done a good job. We've done well on the mound. We've done well at the plate. We've done well on defense, and the base running has been good. Generally, that's going to lead to some success. I don't think any of us could have expected 9-0 out of the gate, but we'll certainly take it.
And you guys have seemed to adjust to the rule changes and abided by everything. I mean, how has that been as a manager, the challenges of doing things differently, certain approaches to parts of the game? I mean, has that been a fun thing for you?
I wouldn't call it fun, but I'm glad that we had a month of experience in spring training. So we learned a lot. Our pitchers and hitters alike both got reps with the clock. That was the biggest adjustment. And I do think, baseball in general has done a good job of adapting. Are we going to see some violations here or there, infractions? Yes, that's going to happen. But I think as a whole, we got to be pleased where we're at. Hopefully our fans are appreciating the new rules, the time of game that's been shaved off by 25 minutes, whatever it is.
And I like, we're seeing stealing come back in and base running and things that have kind of been out there with the sluggers and everything. So it's kind of bringing a little baseball back.
Well, look, if that's what the fans wanted, then we owe it to the fans to give it to them. I mean, I think everybody has difference of opinions. Some people like the home runs and the strikeouts. Some people like the guys getting on base and creating a little havoc on the bases. Now you're seeing a little bit of both. I owe so much to my high school coach as far as my development and everything. Did you take a part of your coaches? Like, what was your biggest mentor or your motivation as far as
what your managerial style became?
Yeah, look, I was fortunate to play for a lot of really good coaches coming up, and then some outstanding managers once I got into pro baseball. Certainly, Terry Francona is a guy that's had a big impact on me, getting to play for him and then also getting to work for him. Learned a lot, and I think you continue to you learn from your own coaches a lot. So we got a good group here, a great staff that we can all kind of learn from each other and try to be the best for our players.
And it's a young club. People are still having to look at the scorecard to go, who's that? Who's that? I mean, how do you manage such a new nucleus together? But again, early success.
Yeah, look, they do a good job of kind of controlling themselves and creating the culture that they want here. It's up to myself and the staff to kind of support them every way we can. But these are pros. They pull for each other. And right now, it's fun when everybody's having a lot of success.
You mentioned Terry Francona. Who was your favorite player growing up, and why?
Yeah, Don Mattingly, great hitter.
All right.
All right.
Thanks,
man.
Kevin. Appreciate it.
Okay.
All right. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Okay.
Can't hear you, Dave.
It was great to spend a little time with Kevin. I'm sorry in fact, I got Jason Master behind me. Jason, come in here, buddy. My extra cameraman today. If you guys remember Jason, he's a big part of down here in Miami. Drove all the way up from Fort Lauderdale to be a part of it. So get back to work, man. Get out of here. So he's going over to catch some Red Sox and stuff like that over there as the batting cages. In fact, he's going to go get our other camera and set it up back over here for those cages. But yeah, go ahead. We're live. That's what we do. We're live. But Troy, I wonder, if you've had a chance to see some of the other teams other than the Minnesota Twins. I mean, what are your thoughts on your Royals? Give me an update on those Royals.
Well, they're rebuilding. They're going to probably be a couple years before they're relevant again. So, they've come out of the gate. I think they're 4-7 or something like that. So, they're going to be better than last year, and hopefully each year, I guess, when teams are like that, you hope that they're better than the year previous, and hopefully can get to a playoff spot here soon. But the Rays every year, I mean, they have guys nobody ever heard of, and they're always in it.
I've really enjoyed the baseball season so far. We heard about the rule changes. I love that the steals are up. I love that run production is. Other teams are doing things that they didn't normally do. A little more small ball. The pickoff thing. I mean, the game that I was at last night was 2 hours and 6 minutes long. And granted, it was a 1-0 win for the Rays to continue that streak to make it 10 in a row. But just the shortness of it. In fact, it took us longer to get out of the parking lot, I think, than the game itself. So it's been fun to be a part of this. Tampa hasn't been a big powerhouse in the baseball world, except when they get to the playoffs. But the rest of America doesn't seem to follow them too much. In fact, I don't know if they could name 5 or 6 of the starters in this lineup tonight. But I'm excited for it. I think hopefully the streak can go to 13, which I think would be the modern day record for these guys. And they're also they got 25 home runs. They've had I think 3 consecutive shutouts, so it's great. On the other side, the Red Sox, and they're getting in the cages and taking a little BP right now. And it's this division in the East has always been that struggle with the Blue Jays and the Red Sox and the Yankees, and so who knows? There's a lot of baseball left to be played, but I'm enjoying it at the ballpark. In fact, how good do I look, Troy? Do you like this shirt? Do you see the shirt that I'm wearing? Well, it just happens to be part of the collection of the Fresh Clean Threads. That's right. So if you go to freshcleanthreads.com, type in that GSS show code, of course, you know what you get? You get 20% off. And then you take 20% off of that, and you can look good. They've got Henleys, they've got polos, they've got all kinds of great shirts. Type in that GSS show code, and it will give you the chance to look as good as I do, especially when I'm at the ballpark. And I feel good, I look good, and I've got my confidence in my Fresh Clean Threads. And you can't tell that this is just a wonderful shirt that I can take and just get out of the shower a little wet. It takes all the wrinkles out of it. You know how I am on the road and everything like that. So, Troy, what else is going on? I know we were going to kind of put you on the spot, but since the last time we did a show, you've become an owner of a professional football league franchise. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, Duluth is going to be in the new Arena League starting next June 2024, and I bought some interest in that. So, yeah, I'm not the majority owner, but it's excited to be a part of. I can't hear you, Dave.
I just
There
babbled
we
for
go.
30 seconds without the audio being up. But again, Troy, I was saying, now that you're going to be a part owner, what kind of role will that be? What kind of hands-on will you have? Do you make personnel decisions, finding decisions, all those fun things?
I mean, I'm kind of helping the tickets and the events and stuff. I mean, I'll let the professionals handle the roster and the GM. I mean, it's fun to think about, but I'll let the professionals handle that.
Well, it should be fun. I know arena football has kind of taken a sabbatical as far as how popular it was, but I think the core of these franchises that are going into smaller markets when they don't have a lot, I think it's going to be successful. And there's still always going to be a want for football. And, I don't know where they're going to get their talent pool, but another thing is it'll give a lot of these college players in Minnesota that didn't get a chance to get drafted that are playing in the Division threes at St. John's and those kind of schools might get a chance to go up and play, or UMD Bulldogs, right?
Yeah, we're gonna have open tryouts this summer, so hopefully we'll have some local people, players that people around here can come watch and play and cheer for, and that's exciting for those people.
Well, that's I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, I can get up there to a game, and and hopefully you can be like that Las Vegas expansion hockey team and get all the way to the championships like Las Vegas did in their first year of existence. So, a lot of fun and a lot of amazing things that are happening to all of us in the Gary Stein and Stevens world. Again, I get to be here on the road. I'm going to watch my son Tate play a little baseball down here for Plainville, Connecticut. So he's got a couple of games down here. I'll be heading over to Davenport. And then next weekend, Jason and I will be heading up to the Marlins game. And hopefully we can get some interviews up there with Marlins players and Arizona Diamondbacks players and talk a little more baseball and just kind of showcase what we are all about as far as Gary Stein and Stevens and the things that we get to do from Super Bowls and baseball and basketball and all those fun things. So, I know these guys are getting ready. I'm going to go try to get a couple interviews with the Boston Red Sox players. Hopefully, talk to Cora or maybe a couple of the guys in that lineup and find out why they're struggling and find out what they've got planned if they can actually beat these Tampa Rays tonight. So, Troy, any final thoughts before we wrap it up here at the ballpark from a successful live show in the field?
Yeah, it's gonna be a full season of that. We'll be all over the place, covering games all season long, and to go along with our other interviews and NFL draft coming up. So exciting times.
Well, I'm so thankful for you and wherever Will is out there. And again, for all of our fans and followers and everybody that's been a big part of the Gary Stein and Stevens Show, don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all those platforms. And of course, you can watch us on your home TV streaming live. That's a great service. And we have that opportunity for everybody to see us on your big TVs, the big screen TVs. And hey, we'll continue to do this. I'm living the dream. Troy's living the dream. So I'm Dave Stevens from Tropicana Field. That's going to be a wrap. I'm going to go upstairs in a little bit and get some good press box food. Troy, you know how that stuff tastes, right?
Yeah.
And you'll be off to some Twins games in a little bit. You got your full season credentials. So I'm excited for you, brother. So this is Dave Stevens. Take care. And don't forget to follow us. We need the followers and we need the support. So thank you and have a great night.